EU says members must fill £11 billion Brexit black hole as budget chief refuses heavy cuts. European Budget Commissioner Guenther Oettinger told members they will have to accept cuts to spending programs, but at the same time spend more cash on cohesion projects and poorer nations. The German MEP revealed the EU faces an £11 billion shortfall due to Brexit, which forms part of an overall £18 billion budget black hole caused by other crises including migration. But unveiling his master plan to prop up the ailing bloc in the wake of the UK's departure, Mr. Oettinger instead encouraged a spending splurge. He said 3 instruments were required to achieve a future in politics, including good communication and strong policymaking. He added, the third is money. Being able to finance investment programs, collecting taxpayers' money to do it, raising funding, which sets direction. And for that reason, the European budgetary framework for the next decade is just one part of all of this. One part of the range of instruments, the toolbox we have to achieve the future we seek. The German finance minister said even though there was pressure to fill the Brexit black hole, there was an even bigger pressure to increase spending on a wide array of programs. He said 20% of spending would come from restructuring and 80% from fresh money. In a bid to reassert control, Mr. Oettinger also sent a warning shot to the likes of Poland and Hungary, which have continued to push back on migrant reform. Speaking during the EU Commission's Financial Framework Conference on Monday, he said, if you want to finance what we need for migration by making cuts on cohesion policy, you are going to split the European family. We have enough splits as it is. We need to be more intelligent. We can make reasonable cuts to cohesion policy, 5 to 10%. But at the same time we need new money to deal with migration by funding our borders. He also suggested reaching a budget deal with Russian President Vladimir Putin, US President Donald Trump and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Mr. Oettinger said, once the Brits have sadly left us, then I think it will be a sign of good governance and ability to act in Europe to do this, and we can surprise the external world where we see people like Trump, and Erdogan and Putin. We are capable of operating on a democratic basis and achieving unanimity, but that will depend on everybody participating, remaining open and being ready to strike compromises somewhere in the middle.